put her in the family way, get her pregnant, carry belle. It's these are the phrases that you use to talk about pregnancy, and pregnancy is no joking issue because it has ramifications and serious consequences on not just the person who is pregnant, but on the spouse and the people that are around this person. Hi, my name is Rafa Godlove, and welcome to my School of Life. This is a class where I try to teach you life lessons in a way that is easy to understand. My intention is to make you a better person after each video that you watch. On today's edition, we talk about pregnancy. What is pregnancy? How do you understand pregnancy? And putting it in a simple way, pregnancy is a child growing in a woman's tummy. Okay, in a woman's tummy. I'm going to tell you something that I heard from a child. I've seen children who say, "Mommy, why do you eat so much and your stomach is big?" Because they felt that pregnancy probably comes because you've eaten a lot. So children don't understand pregnancy, and it's difficult to explain to them. Except when the pregnancy is far gone and you start telling them that, oh, you have a junior brother or a junior sister or something like that. So pregnancy is the way it is. But there's some things that I really need also understand about pregnancy so that we don't lash out or we don't give up. Generally, if you ask women and if you ask even men, they'll tell you that the period of pregnancy is a time when men cheat on their wives the most. Okay, the reason being that women just kiss goodbye to sex most often during pregnancy. Their breasts swell up because it's preparing for motherhood, to breastfeed a child and things like that. It looks attractive, but you cannot touch it. The reason why you cannot touch it is that it pains, it's uncomfortable, and so they don't want to be disturbed. Even when they sleep, they need to look for a position to sleep, so that they can be comfortable with the child in them and all of that. And they don't want you to be hugging and touching them, and they just need to be comfortable. Being pregnant, for those who don't know pregnancy, is like being in a state of just being continuously sick. But you're not really sick, but you're just sick. You're irritated, you're annoyed. So that's the first thing to know about pregnancy, that sex is not going to be part of the deal. You might need to forego sex. This brings me to a very important point, because most people feel, and I'm going to just burst all your bubbles. Most people feel that I don't need to control my sexual desires once I'm married. All of this. I've seen people. You're like, how did you see all of these people? Because I have a lot of stories to tell, because I've been in many life situations. Before I get distracted, let me just tell you how I knew all of the things that I know concerning pregnancy and things like that, because I do makeup artistry, I sew clothes, I host events. So I have a degree in journalism and mass communication, but I don't really work like a journalist. I host this particular program, and I own a sewing business. I sew male and female luxury clothes. They call it in French haute couture. So and then I do makeup artistry and a little bit of aesthetics, wash feet and things like that. So I'm like that kind of person, busy. So I've met different kinds of people and different kinds of situations. I've met people, even people who are about to get married. And this is where I hear these kind of things. They'll tell you that, oh, now that I'm getting married, I just need to lash out and just let my emotions go and just, have sex everywhere in the house and things like that. They feel that that's what marriage is about. Marriage is about a lot of responsibilities and sacrifice, and sometimes when your wife is pregnant, you need to sacrifice sex. That's why we need sexual discipline even when you're married. I know that most people will not tell you about. They'll be like, oh, once you get married, you're going to have sex, as much sex as you want. No, you need to have discipline, because once these situations come up, then you probably cheat on your wife or break her heart and things like that because she's pregnant and she cannot have this sex with you. So you need that kind of discipline. So that's the first thing to know about sex, know about pregnancy, that sex might have to go out of the window. The next thing you need to know about pregnancy is that women have volatile emotions. If you know, if you've been in a relationship with girls You would know that especially younger girls, you would know that they don't know how to control their emotions, especially when they are in their menstrual periods. They get super annoyed, they get just paranoid, they get just everything offends them. I'm telling you the truth, they'll insult you black and blue and they don't even know why they insulted you. You smile at them, it becomes an annoyance. You frown at them, it's still an annoyance. So it's all of these hormones. For a pregnant woman, it's all of that times 50. They have their emotions become so volatile. They will cry 1 minute, they will shout at you another minute. You don't really know if it's still your wife. That's how pregnancy looks like. You don't know if you know this person anymore because they're different. It's not their fault, it's just hormones. It's not their fault, and you need to kind of understand it, and you don't need to lash out. You need to know and get your mind ready that once a woman is pregnant, she's pregnant. You're just pregnant. Okay, I've heard stories where women will tell their husbands, I want to eat something in the middle of the night, and you're going to wake up and give her. They're going to bore your life. They don't want to hear certain kinds of smells. They want to hear other kinds of smells. It's just complicated, and you need to be very, very patient and supportive. That brings me to the next point, that you need to take interest in the childbearing process. Even as a man, you need to take interest in the childbearing process, meaning that you need to find out about how the child grows. You need to read articles and read things that are related to childbirth, so that she knows that she's not in this alone. Okay, you need to find out about all of these things and try as much as possible to be helpful the way you can, but don't treat her like an egg, because pregnant women, they don't want to be treated like they cannot do anything on their own. Every tiny little thing, you want to hold them, you want to support them, it's annoying. Allow them do little tasks around the house and help them when you can, like to take things from high cupboards and things like that, but don't make it look like they're invalids and they cannot handle things on their own. So during this period, you need to understand that you need to be helpful and also participate in the childbearing process. A woman will be very, very happy to know that you went and found out about maybe how to give birth, or how to feed a child properly, or how to change diapers and things like that. Just watching videos and sharing with her and all of that, and just participating in the process, she knows that she's not alone, because at the end of the day, it's your baby too. And I like what couples always say. They always say, we are pregnant. They don't say she's pregnant, they say we are pregnant. So it's very interesting that way. So apart from sudden mood swings and all of this craziness, women, when they are pregnant, they generally forget a lot, like everything, because pregnancy affects every part of your body, your brain, your nerves, your body tissues, your everything. The women that are pregnant generally forget. They forget where they kept their phone. They forget that they left the pot on the fire. They forget. When women get pregnant, you need to kind of watch over them and check things after them. Make sure that they close the gas bottle, and make sure that before sleeping they actually locked the door, because they might leave the door open and a thief might come in or something might happen. Just cross-check things after them, and don't get offended. Where's my car key? Where's my dad? And where's my dad? Don't get offended. Their brains just function like that. They forget things a lot, and it's not their fault. It's just that they're pregnant. And you notice that after they give birth to the child, they become a totally different person. They become the person that you knew again. Let me give you a personal experience that I had this client of mine. She was a very nice person. She was, before she got pregnant. She was so nice. She would invite me over to her house and we'll have a meal, we'll cook together, we'll laugh together when I'm free. She was more of like a big sister to me. She was not just a client. And she got pregnant. She became somebody from hell. She was rude. She was disrespectful. She would tell me, I thought you knew how to do this. You just don't know. I mean, I feel she used the word, there's this word, how you feel deceived, like somebody betrayed your trust. She used some very, very strong words, like somebody broke your heart or something. I was like, is it over a dress that you're I could not believe my eyes, but I didn't know all of these things prior to her pregnancy. And so I hurried up to finish working with her. And I'm telling you the truth, I avoided her like a plague. I avoided her. And she gave birth to the child, and she's this person that I love so much. And I didn't go to see the child until after a very long while, because I was still afraid. I was traumatized. I was really traumatized because I did not know. Had it been I knew, I would have known how to deal with it better, and all of that trauma would have not, planted itself in me. So this is the reason why I am explaining all of these things, so that you don't get traumatized and feel like, oh, something is wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's just pregnancy, and it will be over once the child arrives. So brace up yourself, and understand that part of fatherhood, or part of having nieces and nephews, is that you have to deal with a crazy sister, or probably an annoying sister-in-law and things like that. You just have to cope with them. And generally, people's bad attitudes, they show more when they're pregnant. So you have to just cope. Just keep coping with all of that. So it's important. So all of that said, the last thing I really want to say about pregnancy is that pregnant women get tired often. So try to help them. I know I said this in an earlier point, but I just felt the need to reiterate that pregnant women get tired. They get really tired. So try to help them. Don't say you've become lazy and what are you doing at home and all of that. So they really get tired. They just feel tired because now they're living for two people. They're not living for one. So brace yourself and understand that pregnancy, it's a task. It's a big task, but the prize that comes after the pregnancy is better. It's something worth the wait. It's something that you can wait for. My name is Godlove Rafa. I hope that you've learned something that can improve your life and probably improve your relationship with your spouse, or with people around you, or with some pregnant women around, and you show more respect for them even in public places, because they're actually going through a lot. And let's be friendly, and let's try to understand. A pregnant woman annoys you and you get annoyed, you're the crazy person, so you need to show them a lot of love, and let's be friendly, and let's make society better. I hope that you've learned something new. I hope that you've learned something that can add value to your life, without which I've not done my job. I hope that you've actually learned something, and it can help you work and make something better out of your life. Like I said, my name is Rafa Godlove. I wish you a splendid rest of your day. Bye-bye.